All right, guys, we are in the southwest community of Birmingham, Alabama, talking with my good friend Weylin Bush. What's going on today, Weylin? How are you doing, man?
Good, we're good.
Good. Weylin's going to give us, so we're going to do a little walking tour of what he calls the Southwest Revitalization Project. And if you watched our video, I'm going to go ahead and link our video we just did up. I'm going to link that up right up here. So if you haven't watched part one, go ahead and watch part one. So Weylin, tell us what the Southwest Community Project is.
The Southwest Community Project is a project consisting of 11 properties in a 1 mile radius that's looking to bring restaurants and services to the Southwest community.
Of Birmingham, Alabama.
Of Birmingham, Alabama. So
and these are properties you control.
Properties I control.
And you're looking to revitalize this area. So where are we right now?
Well, right now we're on Jefferson Avenue in Cedar. So right here was the first acquisition, the black building. And then we got the metal building, this corner lot. And then right here we have the building across the street.
Okay.
And then it's crazy because this right here is shaped like an L. And at the end of the project, we have a property that's shaped like an L as well.
Okay. And right now, this is just all vacant.
It's vacant right now.
There's just nothing going on. And it's, you know, for people like me that don't really come out to this part of town, we drive through here. We drive on Jefferson Avenue because it's a big street. You know, it's a thoroughfare for
yes, sir.
Takes us back to the interstate. But like I come drive through here and I just see a lot of vacant buildings, and it's probably been this way for a long time, huh?
It has been. And I mean, the only thing that I know for sure what I want to do on Jefferson Avenue right now is light this street up, man.
What does that mean?
Lights. I mean, when you go through here, it's dark,
you
know? So I visualize this area being lit up. Right now we have 3 lots up here to the right, which we're branding Wi-Fi Park.
Okay. So right now, these are houses. People live in these houses.
Yeah.
These aren't vacant. These
not vacant.
These look good.
So look, we're coming up on a property that got me into this neighborhood. This house right here, look, to the right. This was the worst house in the neighborhood.
You did this?
No, I didn't fix it up. I had a student by the name of Ernest out of San Antonio, Texas.
This house right here?
This house right here. I had a student named Ernest that come into town, and he took the class and he started buying properties here. And so when he purchased this property, this got me riding around the area. That's when I got the white building that you see across the street. I sent letters to the property owner for that black building. I was able to get that. And I also ended up buying about 2 houses in the back of this neighborhood. And so that's what got me in the area. And since then, I've been buying up.
But for what, did you know for what reason when you were first buying them?
No, I was just buying them because they were available and I was able to get them.
Get them at, I guess, a good price?
At a good price, yeah. As a matter of fact, the guy who I sent the letter to, he ended up doing owner financing for me.
Okay.
He wanted $20,000 for both of the properties. I gave him $2,000 down, $375 a month for like the next 4 years, and the deal was done.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
How did you come up with those terms?
Just sitting around talking to him. I sent him a letter. He called me one day. He said, well, you know where I live at, so if you see the pickup truck outside, you know, come holler at me. I said, okay. About 2 days later, I was taking a shower in the morning and it came to my remembrance, the conversation. And so, boom, I knew, let me go by the house. It's going to be my first stop when I leave out today. I pulled up, I saw the pickup truck was there. I knocked on the door, I went to the house and we spoke for about, 2 hours, just sitting down, just talking, chopping it up. And on my way leaving out, I say, hey, you know, is money an issue? He said money wasn't an issue. He said, man, however you want to do it. I said, okay. And I came back and I presented him, you know, that offer. And he said, hey, let's do it. And we did it. That was it. ABC, 1, 2, 3.
All right, so we're still on Jefferson Avenue right here, and we got some abandoned houses. When you see stuff like this on a main road like Jefferson Avenue, is this something a vacant lot right here, is this something you want to try to get?
Yes, definitely. Well, I plan on the city knocking these 2 down after a while, so.
These 2 right here?
Yeah. So, I have a lot. This is really made up.
So real quick, Weylin, these 2 right here.
Yeah.
So just based on what I know, These have been completely abandoned, probably by the owner.
Right.
And there might even be up for tax lien.
Correct.
Like the state owns it.
Correct.
So you can get these for probably next to nothing.
Yeah, of course. I get them for next to nothing. Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them. Yeah, we still have to. You know, you got some people out there that, hey, oh, let me get around on Jefferson Avenue. I got it under control. Yes, all this. But right now, it's 3 lots right here, and this is what we plan on making Wi-Fi Park.
So you already control these?
Yes.
Okay. Wi-Fi Park. Tell me what does that even mean?
Well, Wi-Fi Park, I want a place to provide free Wi-Fi. It'll be a learning environment, teaching environment. Walk around the track, enjoy yourself, where people can actually come out and enjoy the neighborhood. You can walk down there, get you something to eat.
What's it going to take for that to happen?
Investment, resources.
By whom?
Myself, the community, my partners. People that are interested in coming and investing in the Southwest community, employers.
Where'd you get the idea for Wi-Fi Park?
I just thought it's a cool name. Then I could probably get with T-Mobile and get a partnership with them. I mean, just, you know, have those little Wi-Fi boxes that you have out here. We have a power cord, and you come out here and just, you know, $50 a month, we can provide free Wi-Fi for the neighborhood. So I just always thought that it would be a good thing. I'm all about education. I always say the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So I would like to have a space for people to come and improve themselves.
All right, so is this still a part of it right here?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
part of the 3 lots.
Yeah.
What about this house right here? Somebody's living in this house.
Yeah, somebody living in this house.
Okay. How far along, Weylin, are you in the process? You know, because right now it sounds like a dream.
Well, I guess all of the heavy lifting been gone because we control the properties. So we have the properties. As I told you, we're getting renderings done. And so once I can actually see it for myself, that'll give me the extra, you know, the extra power, the extra faith for me to go on and finish the mission, man.
Okay. And then at that point, once you get the renderings, at that point, is that when you try to get the city involved to see, because you mentioned before grants, there are different things that the City of Birmingham, they obviously, you know, the City of Birmingham doesn't want their city to look like this, right? I mean, there's incentive for them, for sure. So are there things that you can get the city involved in that they can help?
Well, I'm sure. Like I've been going to a lot of neighborhood meetings. Like in Birmingham, I think we mentioned that 6 neighborhoods make up a community. So I've been going to each neighborhood meeting, getting to know the president of the neighborhood, and just to talk about real estate and how this whole thing came about, Brian. I learned in real estate, people used to always say location, 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 meaning the best location. So I always took the opposite approach, location, location, location. I always looked at buying the worst area so I could buy up everything and control it and really make a difference.
Okay.
So that's what.
So I think the first question a real estate investor would ask you with that approach is, how do you make money? How do you get a return? And I do understand that when you're talking about revitalizing a community, a lot of the quote unquote return is what the community is, just having the community revitalized, which is important. But at what point, Weylin, does it go from being an investment where I can get a return on my money versus a charity project?
Well, listen, I have no time for the charity project stuff. You know, in real estate, you can really make a big difference. So thus far, I've been able to make money because a lot of the acquisitions, I don't necessarily fix up myself. I sell to somebody and they fix it up. So I'm the acquisition guy. And so I sell off what I can sell off and I hold on to what I can hold on. I'm not going to sell anything on my Jefferson Avenue strip because we're looking to build this up. But we also sell a lot of properties to the Hispanic community and other people that's just now getting off into real estate to bring investment in. So it's not really a charity project. I mean, money's been made around the whole ride.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where are we going now?
Right now, we're coming up on the latest acquisition. And this is a unique property. It has a commercial building and the house on the lot. This guy was friends of the guy who I bought the building from down the street.
Okay.
And he know I was a buyer. And so my friend told me to contact him. I reached out to him. Now, he wouldn't do owner finance.
Okay.
He wanted to get straight cash,
Okay.
which, you know. And check this out. When I'm at his attorney's office signing the paperwork, I didn't really know where I was going to get the money from. I mean, I knew I could make it happen, but I just didn't have all of the cash ready. So I'm signing this paperwork, and hey, I'm ready when y'all ready to close. Let's go. Let's do it. So we had a date set, and just so happened, it was like December 29th, if I'm not mistaken. And anyway, it didn't work out, and I wasn't ready. But then the next closing date, I was actually ready, so everything worked out, man. And so, and this is a historic building, 4,800 square feet, and it came with the house right here, 600 square feet. So this is a real unique mixed-use commercial property.
Can we cross the street?
Yeah. And I'm right next to Roscoe's. This is the only guy besides the churches on this street with a viable business. And he's open every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday for an older, mature crowd. But it is really nice, man. Free wings on Monday, free fish on Thursday. He sell food on Saturday. The music is great. And I actually, I like Roscoe's, man. I'm across the street from the library in Wiggins Park.
Now, own or control?
I own this.
Own this building.
Yeah.
And do you mind sharing the numbers with me?
Not really don't want to get into the numbers,
Right,
but you know,
it's
just safe to say that it was everything I do is what we call a no-brainer. Okay, but yeah, cause yeah, you know, I mean, you know, off camera we could discuss numbers. But,
Okay,
you
no,
know,
all good, all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
all right, this looks like a teardown, but it's not.
It's not. What's a historic building as well?
Which means what?
Which means that, well, for me and the neighborhood, you know, this building's kind of nostalgic. You know, I hate for it to look like this. We already did a lot of cleaning up. We've had this property for 3 months. We've done a lot of cleaning up, and I don't want to say to the untrained eye, but yeah, some people might think it's tear down, but no, this is going to be a great. I can't wait for you all to come back and check it out.
We definitely will. Can we go back here?
Yeah.
All right, so I imagine there's a lot of cleanup activities, a lot of tires.
Yeah, we got about 110 tires that was left on the property.
And then the train sitting on the tracks.
Yeah, I had these two antique pickup trucks that I wanted the guy to leave up here, keep it in the deal.
Okay. All right, and then you get the house too.
And the house came with it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been doing a lot of cleanup. What's the?
Well, no, I can tell you. I can see one number I can tell you is that right now this property should, you know, as is, we're talking about $90,000, like as is, without even fixing it up yet. Yeah, it's the value that I have on it. That's not what I paid for, but that's the value of it. Yeah.
So what's the plan? Like the ultimate, like not the ultimate plan, but what's the plan like in the next 3 months?
Well, next 3 months is, you know, clean up and fixing up. Clean up and fix up. It's the only thing I can tell you.
What's the plan with this particular house? Are you going to try to get it ready to rent out?
I think we're going to do something commercial with it. Everything is going to be related to food or service. We're, in the Southwest Community Project is made up of 4 different sections. I'm kind of branding the sections like places around the world. I want to bring Birmingham to be like a world-class city. So we have Montego Bay, which would be a outdoor Caribbean themed event space. This right here, I'm considering this LA Live. It's going to be like a car wash / video games, a food component. We're going to be able to rent out electric scooters for people to go and catch the trailway down there. Then you have the Wi-Fi park, and then we have Chicago. And everything will have the food based upon that area. So in the Chicago area, we have the pizza, the Italian beef sandwiches, the Chicago style hot dogs and ice cream. We're going to jerk chicken out there at Montego Bay. And here at LA Live, we have a combination of, you know, tacos, You know, finger food. You better come here, get your car washed, enjoy some music, hookah, maybe a bar. You know, we're still fleshing everything out, but yeah, that's the goal. That's the plan. Yeah, so I'm looking for people that want to team up and do some restaurant stuff. Need some construction people. You know, I mean, I came into the game, you know, mortgage free and debt free, so I think that's the way this thing is pretty much going to go. But yeah, I'm looking to just make strategic partnerships.
Mm-hmm. So Weylin, tell me who's in the community right now. What is this community made up of? Are there older people? Are there younger people? Are there, like, what schools are around here? We just passed the library. There's a church right here. Who lives out here?
I mean, when you say who lives out here, like exactly.
Like, okay, let me say it a different way. Who do you have in mind to come to visit the Wi-Fi park and visit the Chicago, like, who are you catering? Who's your audience? Who are you catering it towards?
Well, you know, the world is, due to technology and flight, I mean, hey, there's no telling. That's the beauty about it. I mean, you know, somebody could be seeing what's going on in Australia and say, hey, I got to go over there and go check out this Waylo's and try this Chicago Italian beef sandwich in Birmingham. You know, I mean, you just never know. I'm gonna let God work and do some work as well. You know, just I do my part, and I'm gonna let everybody else do their part. And you know, sometimes you just have to do. Lil Wayne has this line that's really profound. He say, never know what you're doing while you're doing it. So call me clueless because I do this. A lot of times people might not know what to do. But the thing is, just do something. And then from that doing, you'll figure out what you need to do and what you need to stop doing. Now, with this particular property that we're coming up on, I always say that, you know, you have to be a complete idiot to mess this up, man. So one year doing a tax sale, I bought the wrong property by accident. It was supposed to be, you know, instead of 419 44th Street, I bought 419 44th Street, right? So
You just said the same thing.
What, 43rd, 34th? It was like a block over, right?
I'm dyslexic.
So I'm like, damn. So I had to post a note on the door like, hey, pay your taxes, man. You know, I'm looking to take possession of the house. And so the guy called me up, because I left a note on the door. He called me up and said, man, I'm in bankruptcy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, bankruptcy has nothing to do with taxes, man. Yes, it do. He like, what do you do? And so long story short, from buying the wrong property, this guy ended up becoming a student of mine. He took the class. He got some houses. I got some houses. Then one day he called me and was like, man, it's this building over here. I was like, oh yeah. He like, I can't figure out the address. I say, listen, man, I taught you everything you need to know. Now you got to be kidding me, man. He said, I can't figure. I said, if I go over there, I'm gonna file it for myself. So are you sure you want me to go over there? He said, man, go check it out. So I go over there. I get the address. How you didn't get the address? I don't know. You know. So that's how I got this particular property. Now fast forward a few years after we had already established a relationship, I called him. I'm like, wait a minute. I called him up. I said, hey, whatever happened with that house that I met you at, where I sent the letter? He said, oh man, I left that house, man. You know, me and the property owner, I didn't go through with buying it. I was like, oh yeah. So I look it up. It's still in my name from the taxes. So the house is empty. I ended up selling that house for $9,000. I owed $2,000 in taxes on it from when it just sat up those 2 years. So from buying the wrong house, Brian, I ended up getting a student, multiple properties, and ended up making $7,000 off of the house.
And what was the point? Was you got to do?
You got to do. Just do something, man.
right, so where are we now?
We're coming up on 31st Street.
So what's all this? I mean, this is...
Now this right here is owned by this guy, you know, across the street who got this project. I plan on my next acquisition is going to be one of these buildings over here.
Okay.
Coming up to our left. I plan on buying from him.
It's like a scrap yard?
Well, now he do manufacturing. Yeah, he manufacture poles for lights and yeah, I looked him up. Yeah, big time in manufacturing, man. And this right here is Mr. Mushies, man. He repair cars and he planned on opening up a cigar lounge.
So, Weylin, you've got to, in order to do what you're trying to do out here, you've got to know all these people.
I'm in the neighborhood. The part about real estate that I love, to be honest with you, all I do is ride, run addresses, talk to people in the neighborhood.
So you skip trace the addresses, let them try to figure out who owns it, so you can possibly buy it. Try to contact them. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, I look it up. I get the address and I send out letters. I either file with the state or I send letters out directly to property owners. Now I plan on getting this building right here coming up. Right, it's kind of ducked off and you can't really see it. But...
That building right there?
Watch out, Brian.
No,
So this is the last stop right here. We cut through here.
Okay.
This right here is going to be Montego Bay across the street.
Okay. What is this over here? The school?
It's abandoned school, abandoned church, I believe.
Okay. So you have this right here.
Yes. Now,
how did you get this one?
Well, that's what I was saying about the student that told me about the property. And
this is that.
Yeah, this that property.
This is that story.
And so, but this is all going to get torn down. It's going to be an outdoor event.
The building is going to get torn down?
Yeah, everything's going to get torn down.
Yeah, it's falling in, huh?
I mean, this was this was a real unique property as well. It was a house connected to the back of this.
There's so much concrete in here. You can't save the concrete?
No, this wall is falling away from the building. Look right here.
Okay.
Now, I've already spoke with the city and we've been, see how this wall is coming. And then there was a fire in the back.
How about picking up this school over here across the street?
I sold this property right here. They came in, put a new roof on it, fixed up the exterior, cleaned it out, sealed it up, and then they're gonna come back, I guess. They did a real nice job.
So this right here is a part of the same property?
Right.
So, okay, all this back here. So this was like commercial in the front, residential in the back kind of thing?
And this property right here is shaped like an L, man.
Okay. So you had this property over here and you sold it.
Right.
Why'd you sell it?
Too much work. Way too much work. Too much work for me.
I mean, no more work than this one over here.
Well, when I bought it, it wasn't. What happened here? There's something new right here. I don't know what that's about. So, they might be getting ready to go on and tear this down. When I bought it, it wasn't like this. This the guy I'm telling you about, the student. Look, Lambright. He just.
You want to be on camera?
I was just. Oh yeah. Hold on, man.
You want to be on
What's
camera?
going on, man?
Hey,
what?
I ain't got to listen. I ain't running. Hey, listen. I ain't running from nobody.
I was just telling them how. Remember you told me about this property?
Yeah.
You couldn't get the address.
Yeah.
You told me. I said, hey, you send me over here.
Right.
I'm gonna file it.
Exactly.
So, man, that's crazy, man. This the guy that I was just telling y'all about, man.
What dude?
What's your name?
I'm Eric.
Eric.
Lambright.
Good to meet you, Eric.
Nice to meet you too.
Tell me how you met Weylin.
Man, he actually was about. He actually had purchased
I told him the story.
the deed on my property, on the property that I had owned at the time. And at first, I was like, "Yo, what the heck?" But then, you know what I'm saying? Once we met, you know what I'm saying? He was like telling me about, what he do and everything. And so instead of, because a lot of times when people buy your property, it's an issue. But clicked from the beginning, man, and he told me a little story about what he do. And he told me about his class, and I took it and purchased a couple of properties under him. And as I was learning, I didn't do this one right. And he came in and scooped in and helped me out with it.
Hey, and back then, Brian, when I was doing my classes, which is crazy at the time, not even think about it, I was getting all my students' houses back then, man.
Right, he was.
I could almost guarantee my student that I would be able to get you a house when we went out.
Man, I took the class.
It was crazy,
took the class, and I had a house the next day?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the next day. He had to file, but it definitely came.
Yeah, but it was like almost immediate.
I was talking about, it was wide open, man. So it was so wide open.
Wide open.
I used to promise my students houses back then. I don't know what year was that.
He delivered. Oh,
what year was that?
It was probably about 3 years ago.
No, longer.
Maybe about 4, 5.
Man, no.
I'd have to look back and see.
What, 2017?
Yeah,
might be 2018, 2018.
Yeah,
time flying, man.
Yeah, man.
So we talking about 7 years ago. That's 7 years sound about right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I happen to be driving by. Yeah, man, it's awesome, man. I hate they ain't doing it the way they used to, but I think so many people are interested in doing what we were doing back then.
The tax lane.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
That's it in a nutshell, Brian.
Weylin, thank you so much for giving us a tour.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. I wish you best of luck. We're gonna come out here again and do a follow-up video.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Thank you, brother.